Hey everybody, it's Mattie here with Altcoin Buzz. Hope you're having a very nice Sunday and a fine weekend. It's a beautiful day where I am in my little corner of the world, and I hope the same is true for you. We're looking at a number of short stories today, including this one by Luke. So more updates out of China, out of the Bank of China specifically. We'll take a look at what Luke has to say about that. Quick update on the Gemini exchange, which is going to be listing Litecoin trading pairs. We're also talking about Binance, which is set to open a fiat exchange in Singapore. But let's begin, as always, on altcoinbuzz.io with this article by Garrett. New research shows that Bitcoin mining is cheaper than gold mining. So to set the stage, we have some research done by Long Hash, which indicates that the annual costs to mine gold are about $87.3 billion, while around $4.3 billion is spent to mine Bitcoin every year. So quite a big difference there. There's quite a disparity. But even though gold mining is a significantly bigger industry than gold, Long Hash believes their point still stands. So taking a look at the market caps of these two industries, the gold market cap globally sits at around $7.8 trillion, and you have Bitcoin currently, it's lower than it used to be, certainly, but currently it's about $112 billion. So as Garrett writes, clearly the gold market is much larger than Bitcoin's. And some could say that the larger market justifies the difference, but Long Hash argues that this is assuming that the goal of Bitcoin mining is to enlarge its supply to meet demand. And Garrett goes on here to describe the very different processes that characterize both Bitcoin and gold mining, respectively. They're not at all the same. So in essence, this is a bit of a sobering report because it's kind of suggesting that despite some of the criticisms out there, yes, Bitcoin energy usage is demanding, and we do use a lot of power in this particular industry, but it's really nothing next to the traditional costs associated with gold. So as Garrett writes, the results of this debate over the energy cost of Bitcoin seems to be pointing to the benefit of decentralization, since the energy and costs of third parties can be done away with in many situations. For more on Bitcoin's energy footprint, click here. This is an article from earlier in the year, back in April, in fact, by Garrett as well. If you're interested in reading more about this, where we really break down the numbers, we're going to link to this, of course, in the description below. I remember covering this piece. It was a very interesting one, so do be sure to take a glance at this if you haven't already. And the original report here from Long Hash, Bitcoin uses a lot of energy, but gold mining uses more. You can see the graphic here. Bitcoin sitting at $4.3 billion with gold at $87.3 billion. So for those of you out there in the Altcoin Buzz army that are perhaps more quantitatively inclined, you can check out this report. And hey, if you are that type of person, then you and I are probably very alike, because I like these kinds of numbers. I like digging into the specifics of a report and really being able to measure something definitively. But if you're just interested in the gist of this article, the point is made here. Physical gold mining is far more resource intensive than Bitcoin mining. You can take a look at this report. It's a good one. We'll link to that below if you want to take a peek. In other news by Luke, Bank of China backs new blockchain-based financial platform. We've been talking about China lately and banks out of China lately as well. In this development, China continues its blockchain journey by creating a new finance and trading platform with the assistance of its central bank. The country may have been cracking down on activities using virtual currencies, but when it comes to the underlying technology, China is not holding back. China is constantly signing various blockchain-related patents with the goal to be in the lead when it comes to the support of this new technology. And skipping down ahead in Luke's article here, today, the news came out that China is supporting the development of a new blockchain-based trading platform. The new platform is backed by the People's Bank of China and is named the, quote, Guangdong, Hong Kong, Macau Great Bay Area Trade Finance Blockchain Platform. That's quite a title. The goal of the platform is to end the various financial and transaction-related issues that micro to medium firms currently have to deal with. According to Li Chao, who's an analyst at Beijing-based consultancy iResearch, he said, quote, China has been cracking down on activities using virtual currencies, but blockchain is quite advanced technology which has been adopted by many countries, so China will definitely not lag behind. Blockchain technology could also ensure a more efficient and safe information sharing system, and it is expected to reduce the financing costs for micro to medium-sized enterprises. Let's keep an eye on this. You also have a quote here by the vice president of the transacting division of Ping Bank, who said, quote, previously, trade financing costs for micro to medium-sized enterprises were about 7 to 8%, but the blockchain system could cut the cost to less than 6%. And, any kind of a reduction like that, it may seem negligible, but when you're dealing with millions and perhaps hundreds of millions, maybe even billions of dollars, I mean, guys, 1% of $1 billion is $10 million. So if you can shave off 1 or 2 percentage points with some of these major institutional deals and some of these large transactions, hey, that adds up, and it stands to reason that banks and businesses everywhere are going to want to take advantage of those cost savings. So I'm going to say this again just for fun, but we're definitely going to keep an eye on the Guangdong, Hong Kong, Macau Great Bay Area Trade Finance blockchain platform. And as the news develops around that particular story, we'll be sure to keep you informed with the latest to the best of our abilities. In other quick news today, crypto exchange Gemini to list Litecoin trading pairs. And this comes on the heel of the Litecoin Summit, which just wrapped up. By the way, guys, if you haven't checked out Captain Crypto and his coverage of the Litecoin Summit on Altcoin Buzz, we're going to link to that video in the description below. He interviewed all kinds of great YouTubers that were in attendance, as well as the man himself, Satoshi Light, Charlie Lee, creator of Litecoin. So check that out in the description below. We're going to link to that if you haven't seen the video already. But in other news here, on Friday, the 14th of September, digital asset exchange Gemini, which was founded in 2014 by the Winklevoss twins, announced that it was going to add Litecoin trading pairs next month, so in October of this year. This news, which was announced by Eric Weiner, Gemini's vice president of engineering, while he was speaking on stage on day one of the Litecoin Summit 2018, organized by the Litecoin Foundation, and that was held just recently on the 14th and 15th of September in San Francisco. So that's certainly good news. And if you haven't been caught up with the Litecoin Summit, be sure to check out our coverage featuring Captain Crypto here in this new segment that we're debuting. He's interviewing all kinds of different YouTubers in this particular piece, so do be sure to give it a watch. We're going to link to this in the description below. We're asking all kinds of different YouTubers what their favorite top 3 altcoins are, what they'd like to avoid. And don't forget, like I said, this video features an exclusive interview with none other than Satoshi Light, Mr. Charlie Lee. So do be sure to check it out. We're going to link to that, of course, for your convenience below. Finally, in the news today, Binance to open Fiat exchange in Singapore. CEO Xiao Changpeng announced the new venture at a Singapore event. So Binance is just continuing its role. The momentum continues to build, and it continues along with Coinbase to take over the world. It's the most used cryptocurrency exchange in the world. It's testing a fiat exchange in Singapore, according to their CEO. He made the comment at a blockchain event in Singapore, then announced it in his Twitter profile. So CZ Binance said the following: I just slipped that we will begin hashtag Binance Singapore Fiat Exchange live Monday, closed beta testing on September 18th in 3 days. That's now in 2 days. Invitation only first. Very exciting. I would suggest you follow the CEO of Binance, Changpeng Zhao, because he's an interesting guy and he's very communicative with everybody out there that are Binance users and Binance fans. You guys can check out this article. You can read about the details here on Finance Magnets. We'll also link to this below, so do be sure to check it out. If you're a fan of Binance as I am, then this just continues to be more good news for the exchange. Be sure, everybody, that you're following Altcoin Buzz and Altcoin Buzz News, because as you know, the news never stops. If you like this video, smash that thumbs up, leave us a comment. Of course, make sure you're subscribed, and make sure you click the bell as well, because you're going to get notifications that way. Check out these videos here on the right. Our latest is available for you to view. Just click the link, as well as our latest articles on altcoinbuzz.io. Members of the Altcoin Buzz Army, I hope you're having a great Sunday so far and a great weekend. If you choose to invest, hey, I wish you all the very best luck in the world. We're going to see you again soon in a new video. Take care. Have a great one.